Hi there, it's Karen Leabo with VintageDazzle.etsy.com here with another weekly reseller vlog. I buy stuff and I resell it mostly on Etsy. Mostly I do vintage jewelry, but I also do a few other things. Anything that's small enough to mail and that strikes my fancy. And so, yeah, I'm going to start out this vlog by showing you a few things I got listed over the weekend. But first, it's time for a brooch of the day. This is my brooch today. It is a cast brass in a bow shape with all these little ornate leaves and things. And I'm going to give you a closer look at it. So here is a closer look at the brooch of the day. It's kind of almost an Art Nouveau style. It's got the leaves and the flowers, flowing lines. Really nice metal work. It's got a nice patina. And this is for sale in my shop for $28. That's what the back looks like. Okay, so first off we have this brass. Actually, I think it might be copper. It might be brass over copper. A Victorian to Edwardian style pendant. I don't know the actual age of this piece. It could be genuine antique. It could be a little more modern. It has a great look to it though. And that I listed for, I think 27. No. Oh my gosh, I've already forgotten. I just looked 2 seconds ago and it is 24. Sorry. 24, and then we have another. This I believe is true Victorian. It does have a C-clasp, I think. No, never mind. And it's a brass cameo brooch, which is kind of unusual. It is made in 2 pieces. The brass cameo is connected with tabs onto the base. It's got all the ornate hallmarks of a Victorian brooch, and it has a really neat patina. If you saw this on the haul video, it was badly oxidized. It had some verdigris and it looked pretty terrible, so I cleaned it a little more aggressively than I normally clean jewelry just because it didn't look nice. And I got it looking pretty good. It's still got a few little spots on it, which kind of just gives it an antique look, but now it has a bit of a sheen. I think it's kind of pretty. And that is listed for $27. And then this Art Deco style brooch is actually, it looks like marcasites, but it's actually molded. I think, I have another one of these brooches that's made exactly the same way. I think someone took genuine Art Deco brooches and made castings of them and then put black enamel where maybe black onyx stones would have been originally. And, you know, unless you're looking close, it looks pretty good. I think these probably date from the 1980s, when Art Deco had quite a resurgence of popularity. And very pretty. $19 on that one. Hello, it is Tuesday evening, and I'm getting ready to wrap up just a couple of items to ship tomorrow. Sales have been fairly slow. I spent this afternoon at the doctor's office. I'm catching up on all my medical stuff that I haven't done during the pandemic, and yeah, it was not that much fun. I had lots of stuff done to me, and now I've got to go to more doctors, and oh, you know, I got the mammogram and they're saying, oh, well, we really couldn't see and we need you to come back and do it again. So I'm not yet done. I have more doctors to go to and more procedures to get done. Ugh. But anyway, let me just, I did list some things, but it's kind of dark right now, so I think I'll wait and show them to you tomorrow, but I will show you what I sold. Okay, so these are the 2 items that I sold today. We have this lovely little sterling silver cross, and that sold for $21. And then we have this lovely arts and crafts antique enamel vase, and that sold for $90. I've been holding on to this because I thought it was pretty special. And someone else must have thought it was special too. Look how pretty it is. It's hand painted, it's got the gold, it's got the little bulbous neck on it. And it's probably pretty old. Hi there, it is Wednesday morning and I'm going to show you a few things I got listed yesterday. Okay, so first off we have this little Nemo brooch with the green stones. Nice big pin from the mid-century era. That one I listed for $24. And then we have this lot of vintage to antique bar pins. This one is an Art Deco brass one. This one is an Edwardian. It is missing a stone. I wasn't able to adequately replace the stone. I wasn't happy with the color match, so I gave up. So, but it's a really pretty. I think it's also brass. And this one, this patent number on here dates to like 1864. So, although, you know, it could be made any time after that, generally the patent numbers were only, you know, displayed for a few years after something was a novel invention. So this is a true Victorian. It has like a safety pin clasp, which I replaced the stem on. I only had a silver, I didn't have a gold colored one, but it works. It's not perfect, but it works. And it's pretty. And then this last one is like a faux carnelian. There's a little bit of wear to the stone, but otherwise it's in good shape. And I listed those four together for $24, just because there's a little bit of distress on all of them. And then I listed these two together. This is a lovely true Victorian, engraved brass, probably. Could be gold plated. I'm not really sure. It's not marked, so don't really know. I replaced the. Did I replace the pin on this one? Oh no, this one's got the nice tube hinge on it, right there, which is another thing that means it's old. And then the second one in this lot is this sterling silver with the paste stones. This one I did replace the pin stem. This came with it, so I don't know if it was originally the one that came with it or not. It's very long. I'm guessing this is Edwardian. It's very pretty. And I listed those together for $26. Hi there, it is Friday morning and I'm going to show you a few things I've got listed over the last couple of days. It's been a really quiet week. Not much going on. I didn't go bike riding today because I'm trying to rest my poor sad shoulder a little bit. So, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to start with this set of Victorian building blocks. They are Hills Kindergarten building blocks number 12. I guess different versions of these blocks sell for more or less depending on the graphics, the rarity, the age, etc. This was like the first maker of these building blocks for children, educational toys. It's really pretty cool. And I sold these for, I listed and sold these for $105. They did not stay up long, so I was very pleased about that. I paid $18 for them at the flea market. And there was just one of the smallest blocks missing. And then we have this perfume bottle, which is probably not terribly old, but it is made in France. It's marked bottle made in France on the bottom, and if you open it, it still has the lingering scent of French perfume. And I listed that for $18. And then I have all this black jewelry that I sold as a lot. There's 8 pieces in here. They range in age from Victorian to probably 1960s, although most of them are older. There's a couple of celluloid pieces in here. There's a really nice little Victorian mourning pin. There's a bar pin. There's this little glass Victorian retro. It's probably like 1960s. There's also a plastic cameo that's probably 1960s. There's some japanned metal that are probably older, like those could be Victorian. That's the cameo. Anyway, fun little lot, and I listed those for $35 for the lot. We have the Walls Eversharp silver-plated Art Deco mechanical pencil. Doing a little research on this company, Wall Eversharp. The only ones that are going to have the Wall Eversharp brand on them were about the 1930s. So, it's a little bit worn. It has a few little nicks in it, and some tarnish, but other than that, it's nice. And let's see, listed that one for $36. And then I put this lot of mother of pearl jewelry together. There's a little dress clip that's kind of Art Deco style. There's kind of a Victorian or Edwardian little brooch. And then there's a couple of these just kind of little plain dress or lingerie clips. And I listed those four together for $17. That one's a deal. And we have this beautiful little bar pin, sterling silver, 2 different shades of blue enamel and rhinestones. It is signed RF, and I think it may be RF Simmons. I couldn't find any other likely candidates that would go with that mark. Style and age-wise, it would be consistent with RF Simmons. It's probably about a 1920s piece. It has the really old style of rotating clasp, safety clasp, the very first style. I think it was invented around 1910, so you're not going to see these much past the 1920s. Let's see, what did I list that for? $24. That's another good deal. This is probably a Victorian, just from the style of these initials. It's engraved with WR on this side and HZ on this side. The Z has a little cross on it, which means this is probably European or English, not American. And it's brass. I would guess it's Victorian. I don't know. Could be a little more new. But sweetheart jewelry, always very popular. And that listed for $26. And then we have this Maltese cross watch fob. Yeah. Oh, doesn't want to focus. Let's see. There we go. It's a really interesting piece. It's got all these very esoteric symbols on it. The all-seeing eye, the rod of Asclepius. I don't know how to say that. It's kind of similar to the caduceus of the medical profession, and it does also indicate medical profession, but it's a little different. It's a snake around a rod. Then we have a little scales of justice, and on this side, bows and arrows. I tried to find some indication of where those 4 symbols might coincide, but I couldn't figure anything out. So, I don't know. It means something. It's on a copper chain. And listed that for $26. And I think... Oh, I know. I forgot to show you this the other day. I listed this the other day. This is really all about the frame. And I am guessing this frame is about 1940s, basing that on not just the style, but this color. This kind of browny gold color was really popular in the 1940s. You might see it as early as the 20s, but I don't think so. I think this is more mid-century. Oops, it looks like it's hand carved, but this is actually composition. All these little details, and it's a little bit beat up. Not too bad. It's got a couple little breaks on it that don't really show, don't really stand out. The print, it's called Navajo Weaver. It's by an artist named Hurd. I could not find anything, couldn't find another example of the print. I think it's probably just more like a poster print. Not signed, not hand signed or anything. So, but you know, looks nice in there. So I left it in there. And I listed that frame for, oh, I've forgotten, 38 I think, or 42. I don't know. I didn't write it down this time. So, okay, that's it for now. And here are a few things that I am shipping off tomorrow. This picture frame, which you would have seen very recently listed, sold for $36 plus a 10% discount because this buyer used the special secret YouTube code that gets you 10% off on anything in my shop, just about. It is YouTube Thanks, all one word. You can use it too. Then we have this set of Victorian building blocks, which those sold for $105. And then lastly we have this necklace. It's a pretty, it's not showing up, it looks more white in this light, but it's really a pale pink enamel modernist necklace with a kind of a radiator hose, slightly stretchy chain. Maybe a 1960s piece. Don't think it's marked, and that sold for $19. Guess where I am? I'm at the flea market. Yay!
Not very often because usually we do most the cards. Magic cards. Oh, so that's what you
Hi there, it's Monday morning, and I let my vlog go one day extra because yesterday I went to the flea market, so I didn't do any listings, I didn't do any packaging because today's a holiday. So anyway, if you stuck with me this long, thanks so much for watching. No, I lost that thought. Oh well, anyway, I hope that you will give this video a thumbs up, despite the fact that I don't have a memory anymore. And comment, subscribe, and share. And then I'm just going to show you a few things I listed on Saturday, and we'll wrap it up. Okay, first up are these four, I believe mostly Mexican redware tiles, Talavera style. There are four of them. They are architectural salvage, all but this one. This one I'm not sure about. It is Catalina style tile. I think it is an old one just because it was found with all these other old ones, but who knows. This one's pretty hand painted. And some of these have little chips. This is another definitely Mexican Talavera. You can see that they were salvaged. I listed those four together as a set for $35. And then I listed this Elgin American Compact for $34. It's mint condition. I don't think it's ever been used. It still has its little puff and everything. It does have a couple little scratches on it, but I think that's just from knocking around. I don't think it's been used. Has its little pouch. And then we have this sterling silver modernist art glass brooch, signed by the artist, who is Heidi Thorpe. It's numbered, marked sterling. I could not find any information about Heidi Thorpe. I found one other listing of her jewelry on Ruby Lane. Not much information. And then we have this lovely, lovely cameo. It's a real beauty. Now the metal, I don't know it because it's not, the metal is not marked. I'm guessing it's probably gold filled, but it's not marked, so who knows. There is a maker mark on the clasp. It's really tiny. It says LL, and couldn't find any information about that either. Beautiful cameo though. I listed that for $59. It is a brooch with a hidden bail, so you can wear it as a pendant also. And that's it. See you soon. Bye-bye.